Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to get started on the call. Sorry about the quick delay. I was having my Mac was running like mic issue. Error messages were coming up. But welcome to our weekly Team Perseverance team call. It is September 11th. And, with that, before I even get started, I just want to kick off the call and to say a couple of important things in terms of today's date. What? It's recording. Sorry, guys. Kristen's hollering to me from the other room. No, it's recording. Today's September 11th, so I want to remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice on 9/11 in 16 years ago. We will never forget, and I'll never forget being down there at Ground Zero, working with the state police in the days immediately following and where I was that specific day. Also, for those that have been affected by the hurricanes, Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, and we have coaches in both areas, and we've been thinking of you guys, and our thoughts and prayers are with you, and we constantly, you have been on our minds from when these storms started, and even now with the recovery efforts of just people trying to get back to their homes and food and water and shelter and to make sure everybody's all right. So you are in our thoughts and prayers. And I know the whole team is thinking of you as well. So I want to just talk about that quickly on September 11th. This is our Team Perseverance call today. And for many of you new coaches that came on, that come on each and every week, I'm David Atkins, the founding coach of Team Perseverance. And we've been doing these calls every Monday pretty much since 2013 consistently, where we come together, we do news, trainings, announcements, have guest speakers, and I'm excited tonight about the guest speaker that we're having that Kristen's going to introduce shortly with Maegan. But before we do that, I want to get right into, first and foremost, a couple of announcements that we need to go over. So the first one is our new challenge group. Our challenge group, as you guys know, will always starts the third Monday of the month. So in fact, we could give people time to hit Success Club. So our next one starts on September 18th, which is 1 week from today. So if I am your upline diamond or Kristen is your upline diamond, then you want to get your name on the doc on the Coaches of Team Perseverance page, which is our main team page. You want to get your name on the doc that you want to be in the challenge group. If you want to be in a group on Monday, that's the only thing we can go by. We can't go by the comments and likes and everything else. And we really try to have this set up by the weekend. So if you're not in by the weekend, you may not get in until after the weekend, just because we don't do, setting up the groups on the weekend. And Kristen and I are trying to disconnect and have so many family activities going on. And we're really trying to have a shutdown day or day and a half on the weekend from the business. So get your name up if you want to be in by the weekend. The next thing, guys, which is probably the biggest thing going on right now, is Super Saturday is September 23rd. Did you get your tickets? I know here, the Westchester Market Council that we run, we're having a Saturday night, Super Saturday Night Fever party. Basically, it's 6 to 10 p.m. that night. We're going to have a cash bar. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have music. We have guests. 10-star diamond Katie Erst is going to be there. She's going to do training. There's going to be some great speakers. I'm going to speak there. I'm excited about this event. And for those of you that did not get tickets yet, if you're one of our local coaches in the New York area, get your tickets. The link is on the Team Perseverance page. But if you're not, don't worry about it. There are locations in every state in the entire country, as well as Canada and Puerto Rico, where you can get to a Super Saturday event near you. I just told our UK coaches to be in a month that Chris and I have been connecting with, and this is true to all of you. Many coaches, the vast majority of coaches, their aha moments, their aha moments, their moments when a light bulb goes off is when they get to live events. Coach Summit being the biggest, followed by Super Saturdays. It will never be convenient. It will never be convenient to get there and nothing in the way and kids' activities not in the way. Trust me, that day, Kristen and I are pretty much running the event with the Market Council. And in fact, I have things going on with the kids, rushing out of hockey, like just making it happen. But I know how important events are. So go to the back office, go under the news and training tab, okay? and then look at the events and find a Super Saturday location near you and get your tickets. The next announcement, as many of you guys know, we've been saying it, is the UK launch is October 19th. Guys, I'm excited. I'm going to let you know why. We are going to have an influx of coaches joining us come October 19th. Kristen and I have been pouring our hearts into these amazing people. We are flying to London for the launch event. We have a private meet and greet at a beautiful pub to one of our newest leaders that's going to be joining the team, Sally Atkins, who's not related to me with the last name. But we have some amazing people that we're meeting out there. So get ready to have some amazing people join us in only a month. That's October 19th. And the 21st is the launch event. So it is still not too late to connect with people in the UK, whether through Instagram, whether through Facebook. You can still go back and watch the training call I did on exactly what Kristen and I are still doing today. We've just been doing it now May, June, July, and August for 4 months. So that's that. The next announcement is Coach Summit. I've been saying now since Summit happened, I'm going to basically be bringing it up on every team call going forward, that Coach Summit is the biggest event of the year, and you need to get your tickets. So if you've not got your tickets yet, go to CoachSummit.com and get your tickets for the event to be there, and you'll figure it out later. The last announcement before I get quickly into recognition is about the Diamond Bonus. This is the last month. September is the last month that you need to, A, be a Diamond coach, and B, to hold the Diamond rank. To hold the Diamond rank and to hit Success Club, you have to hit it all 3 months in the quarter. And if, in fact, you do hit that, you will get the Diamond Bonus for this quarter of $250, which is great timing with the holidays coming around the corner, or something else that maybe you can use it for you or your family. So what I'm going to do now, are there any general questions that anybody has? And then I'm going to get right into recognition. Anybody? Anybody? No. Okay, so before we kick it over to Kristen to welcome Megan, let me go into the Team Perseverance page and start off by first our top Team Perseverance leaders for the month of August. We have Stacy Fulgenzi, one of my coaches who led with 16 Success Club points in the month of August. And we also had our top person sponsoring new coaches with 8 new coaches, Gina Strecco. So congratulations, Gina, and congratulations, Stacy, on that recognition for leading the team as a whole. And last but not least, and very important, is going through the week leg team volume leaders for August 31st through September 6th. So in the 300 Club, we have Laura Fagan, Devin Wheaton, Cami Cowart, Deirdre Pashley, Darlene Champ, Maureen Garrett, Elena Mingione, Cindy Larice, Mike Della Sala, and Mary Pasilia. In the 500 Club, we have Kristen Atkins, Second Business Center, Gina Strecco, Shannon Larice, Sharice Nolson, Bob Strecco, Jennifer Holdman, Mary Palumbo, and Joan Carroza. In the 1,000 Club, Tara Richmond, my second CBC, Jeff Nolson, Lindsay Kaufman, Michelle Della Sala, Tony Carlucci, and Kelly Della Vecchia. In the 2,000 Club, we have Stacy Larice, Shana Carlucci, Denise Bropson. In the 3,000 Club, Kristen Atkins, and myself in the 10,000 Club. So, guys, congratulations if your name was recognized here for week leg team volume among being a leader of the team, and especially for Stacy and Gina for leading the team. So without further ado, I want to kick it over to Kristen. I'll unmute you, babe, and unspotlight myself, and then you could introduce Megan.
Okay. Oh, you're going to have to mute me, babe. Isn't it so crazy how we're in the next door to each other like dorks on our own computers? We always do this. What's up, guys? How are you? It's so nice to see a lot of your faces. I know I even see some of our Florida people. I see Darlene right in my corner here. Darlene, thanks for joining us. We hope everything's okay. So far, the reports we've gotten from everybody that everybody's good. Some people have just lost power, and those that are on our team made it. So that's good. That's good to see you. I'm really excited tonight to introduce a good friend of mine who I actually met a few years back at the where were we, Megan? The NLC, right? So the National Leaders Conference, and that was in California. And we were in the same group at the headquarter tour, right? The Beachbody headquarters tour. And we just hit it off right away. And we basically have been in touch ever since, just bouncing ideas off each other. We touch base every few weeks. We actually ran a free group together back in the summertime, our Summer Zen group, which was a lot of fun. And she's someone I definitely look up to. She is a 2-time elite coach. She's a 5-star diamond. She's 43 months in Success Club 10. That's like crazy, guys. She's a mom, more importantly, of 2 adorable a girl and a boy, and she's a full-time coach. She is a love. She's one of the nicest people that you can possibly meet, and she's extremely brilliant with business. So I'm really, really excited that she's going to do this Instagram training with us tonight, because I definitely think it's where we're headed and kind of what we need at this time for most of us. So I'm really excited to introduce Maegan Blinka. You there, girl?
Thanks. Yep, all set. Thank you. Thank you. And I know Dave was talking, I hopped on as he was going through the introductions there at the beginning. He talked about events, and just like Kristen said, like, that's where we met. And while your team calls are great, and maybe you started with someone, or you've got your first couple coaches of your own and you're doing things with them, that's fun. But when you get to cross network, not just with the people of like your great big team and your individual team, but just across the entire network, it just opens up so many doors. And we've been able to, connect at New Leader Conference, but we've continued to be able to stay in touch through, our own Zoom calls, and then all the other like Success Club trip and summit. And it is just, it boils down to the event. So I can't stress enough getting to the local Super Saturday for you guys. But real quick introduction, Kristen went over some of those fun accolades, but yes, more importantly, I am a mom, and if you hear me turning and looking, that's because my kids are still awake because they have not adjusted from the summer. So excuse me, I'm trying my best to tune them out. But I have been a coach now for 3.5 years. I started coaching, like I'm sure a lot of you, I was trying to lose those post-baby pounds. That was really all that I had to do. I had no desire to coach. I didn't know what coaching was. All I knew is that my friend from college looked amazing after having 2 kids, and I used to watch her on social media, and I'd sit there on the couch with my husband, and I'm like, I want to be like her. I want to be like her. And soon enough, I got to the point where I just said, I'm going to be like her. And I joined a challenge group. 2 weeks later, I signed up as a coach purely for the discount. I was a new stay-at-home mom who spent 6 years in public accounting, which if you know anything about it, you know that public accountants work. They work a lot, and it is not a very mom-friendly career. So I left that. After 6 years, I had an amazing career and put it all to the wayside so that I could be mom. And it was amazing and everything that I dreamed of, except I lost my independence. So when I joined that challenge group and I saw what my coach was doing and I was watching her, and I signed up for that discount. Just, can you guys hear it dinging? Okay, good. Because can you? I don't know how to stop it. It's my mom sending me text messages. So I signed up just because I wanted the discount, and I saw it all unraveling. I saw this network that I was becoming a part of. I saw that these other people were having these incredible life-changing businesses, and I had the whole why not me? I remember looking at my husband and I said, you know what? I'm in her challenge group. I can see what she's doing. I went to school with her. Like, I know her. I can do what she's doing. And I literally dove feet first. I've never slowed down, never stopped, never doubted it, never looked back, never thought, what if not? I have been full force bleeding Beachbody Blue ever since, and it has completely changed my life. So never discount those people who are discount coaches to you, because you never know what they can come in the future. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Instagram. I'm going to share my screen with you. And Instagram is something that I actually got started when I first became a coach, because I had this kind of mentality from the beginning that if people who are going before you, who have been successful in this business, are telling you to do something, you do it. And I've just kind of followed that lead from the beginning. And I knew that all these successful coaches had Instagram. I didn't have Instagram prior to becoming a coach. I didn't even post on my Facebook page, let alone some other form of social media. So when I started doing Instagram, all I did was I posted the same thing on Instagram and the same thing on Facebook. And I just got started with that. And I learned that like people started following me and people started commenting on things. And it was like people actually want to be your friend on Instagram. So on Facebook, when you send someone a friend request that they don't know, they might be like, you know, who are you? Why are you sending me this friend request? And they don't quite get it. But when on Instagram, it's like a compliment. People want to be your friend and they want you to interact with them. And I've gone through times where I'm highly active on Instagram and then I kind of, my Facebook would warm back up and I'd go back to Facebook and then I'd go back to Instagram and back to Facebook. And more so really throughout this year, I was like, you know what, Instagram just works. But I didn't work it the way I worked Facebook. I didn't add people the way I added people on Facebook and I didn't, you know, interact the same way. And I realized that I can do all these same things I'm doing on Facebook on Instagram, maybe just in a little bit of a different format. So I really dove into building my Instagram more throughout this year. And every time I would start working Instagram more, I'd say to my husband, like, I don't know why I don't do this more. Like, this works. These people who are following me actually do want to be a part of what I'm doing. I just have to ask them. So I learned how to invite and how to streamline Instagram to make it faster using different apps. And that's really some of the things I want to go into with you guys tonight. So first and foremost is your profile. So if you see up in the top corner, if you have a business account, you can get these little things up here that's your insights. So if you have a Facebook like page, you can do insights there as well. Right here allows you to have insights on your Instagram, which is going to help you know what's the best time to post, you know, what times a day, what times of the week. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend that you switch your account to a business profile. It doesn't cost anything. It's not an additional account for you. It's literally just switching it and changing it to a business. But that allows you to have the insights so that you can see what's performing best on your page. But when you come to a Instagram account, you know, when someone's coming to look at your page, this is basically your profile picture and cover page. Like when you think of your Facebook, you know, everyone loves making sure your cover photo is this great picture of you and you've got the banner up at the top that's going to have, you know, maybe you paid someone on like Etsy to make you this cool banner. That's your cover. That's your magazine cover that people look at on Facebook. You have one too here and it's on Instagram. You have to make sure that this profile here is going to give people a glimpse of you. What do you have? What are you about? And just like on Facebook or, you know, other forms of social media where we say, you know, you want to pick sort of, you know, 3-5 things that are about you. Those are the things that I put in here as well. And I do pretty much have a lot of the same content, Facebook to Instagram, and I stick to these things. As you know, I'm a mom and I'm a wife. I'm into fitness. You don't see that I'm a Beachbody coach on here. I don't say that, but I am into fitness and I'm a health coach and business mentor. I love graphic tees. I love anything that has a t-shirt with a saying or a quote or something fun on it. I love cookies and I love inspiring others. Those are the things that you'll see when you come to my page. So make sure that if you haven't already, your page is public. Just like you can have a Facebook page that's private and public, your Instagram can be private or public. So you want it to be public. You want to make sure you take advantage of a link. And I'll go into this link tree here that I have in my bio in a little bit later. But make sure you're using that link. Don't put like your Beachbody website in the link there. If you have a blog, you can link it to your blog. For the longest time, that's what I did. But what I found was as I was going through different, you know, call to actions throughout the week, throughout the month, as I was going from a free group to a paid group to the coaching opportunity, I kept having to update that link. And then I realized that as new people follow me and scroll through my posts, that link that I said before may not be relevant. So instead of changing this link here, I started using this Linktree app. And then make sure your profile picture is just a picture of you. You don't want it to be any sort of, you know, like I said, I love graphic tees, but I would never put like a quote or a graphic tee as my picture because I want people to see who I am when they come to my page. But this is what Linktree looks like. I can't get my mom to stop texting me. This is another free site. I don't even know if there might be an option to upgrade it to pay for more, but it has all these different things that you can add to it. So I have a blog and I use Woohoo form. So I have a Woohoo form for my international team. I have Woohoo form for, you know, free groups and, you know, just general contact. What I've been able to do is put all of my links in one place. So my call to action can always be check out the link in my bio. And I just was advertising for a free group last week. So if you go to my link tree right now on my profile, you'll actually see at the top here, there was a dust off your DVDs link here. So that was the free group. So you can rearrange these. You can make one a higher priority, but all the links that I use are in here. So I can tell people, check out the Join a Challenge group link in my bio. So this is something, I think this came from the I'm Here to Help group that Carl ran back before Summit. And I just have found that this was super helpful in just having one place for people to go. The other thing is sticking to a brand, not only just the things that you're going to talk about, but this is kind of like a magazine cover. Like Instagram's fun. There's really fun filters, but you don't want to go crazy on it. You know, you can make something black and white, and then you can make it totally dramatic one way, and then you can make it blurred out blues and greens another way. Like there's so many filters you can use on your Instagram, but you want it to have a certain look so that people know before they even see what the picture is, that if I post a picture of food, it's filtered the same way, it's cropped the same way, and my pictures tend to have a similar look. So like people, hopefully, the goal is that they don't have to even look to see who posted it. They know that it's my stuff. And it took time to create that, and I've changed it over time. If you looked at my Instagram a year ago, you would see something that looked a little different than what you see today. But I've been in this same group for probably about 3 or 4 months, and I like the way that it looks now. But if you scroll down, like at any given point on your profile, someone's going to look at your page and they're going to see about 12 pictures. So those 12 pictures should represent you. They should represent the things that are in your bio. You know, not that you can't have a one-off thing every now and then, but like it'd be really weird if I posted like a picture of, you know, like a whole bunch of animals. Like I don't talk about animals at all on my page. I don't talk about it in my bio. I don't have animals here at my house. Why would I have an animal on my page? Like stick to the things that are you. I include a lot of my family in my pictures. Some people don't. There's some people who are moms and you might look at their page, or dads, and they don't have their kids in their pictures. Mine always have been, and I feel like until they're in school all day full time that they probably will stay this way because they are a huge part of me and my brand and what I am about with my family. So my pictures all have the white border around them. If I add text to them, it's usually just a simple stripe. They're all filtered with the exact same filter. Sometimes it's like I'll do one, it doesn't look right, and I'll be like, no, I have to find a way to make this work, because it could look really cool with another filter on Instagram, but then it's going to look funny when you look at my page. So I try really hard to keep things that all have a similar look. Sometimes I'll go back, like I use this to see like, okay, what do I need to post of? Like, what have I not posted about recently that I need to include in my page? And I use that as a way to reflect. So just thinking of like what I shared up above, like would you follow your own page? And I always use just like the 12 recent pictures to make that decision. And if there's something that doesn't quite jive with my brand or jive with what I'm typically trying to talk or promote or whatever it is, then delete the picture. If your picture doesn't perform well, you can delete it, but you want this to look a certain way. And then similar, these were just like another 12 snapshots, you know, like I talk about sweets a lot. And if I'm going to do a quote, just a quote that isn't, I don't use like the stock images that you can find on Pinterest. I use those for inspiration, and then I remake my quotes. I just use WordSwag app. It's the app I use to put any sort of text on things. But I started redoing quotes that I like this way. Again, so that when someone sees it, they know it's mine, and they know it's, you know, not just another, you know, image from Pinterest or something. So think about like what your things could look like and what you're including, and like go back and look at your own page, and are you all over the place, or are you sticking with a similar look and similar filters and similar themes so that your people are following you, because they're following you for a reason. And I feel like on Facebook, people aren't so quick to unfriend people. Where on Instagram, like they'll unfollow you in a heartbeat. Like if they followed you because they really liked your daily workout videos or your food pictures you shared or the inspiration you share, or your positivity or whatever it is, if they like you for a reason, they're going to follow you. But they'll just as quickly unfollow you if what you're posting is in line, because you don't necessarily know a lot of these people personally. They're really just people who, you know, were attracted to you for some reason. And I think that's one of the fun things about Instagram is it's not as much on a personal connection, but people are so open to making friends. And I think that's the part that I was missing for so long in the beginning, is that like people aren't just following you because like you know them from high school and they have to follow you. Like they're following you because they want to. So realize that. So getting the content out there is pretty much step one. You need to have good pictures, you need to have good content, you need to have good information, just like you do on your Facebook page. But then you have to build your followers. And, like Facebook tends to be more personal level. This is going to be based on you and who you are. Hashtags, I don't think, are a secret to anybody here. I think everyone knows what a hashtag is, but make sure you're using hashtags that represent you. I would never hashtag dog mom or tattooed mom in my post, because that's not me, and I can't relate to those people because that's not who I am. So think about people who you are. I include that I'm a mom. I have a CPA license that I don't use, but I actually have a good bit of accountants who have then joined my team because they see that I was an accountant before as well. I share Pittsburgh-related things. I used to have Crohn's disease. So if you have anything that is related to something that maybe you've overcome, whether it's like eating disorders or weight loss, like I don't have a big weight loss journey, so I can't really be like, look at this weight loss inspiration, but I have overcome and pretty much diminished all Crohn's disease symptoms that I had for a good part of my life. So I talk about that. So find the hashtags that are going to represent you. You are allowed to use up to 30 hashtags in each post. You should use 30 hashtags in each post. I keep all my hashtags in a note on my phone so I can copy paste pretty quickly. And I basically have them in 3 sections. I have them about me for like a fitness post. I have them from a business. And then I have them for food pictures. Not all of them are related to every single post that I do, but the group of hashtags pretty much stays the same. So I'm not trying to think of new hashtags every time I do a post. I pretty much stick to the same ones. And if there's something specific to a post, obviously I'll edit it and change them out. But you want to try to use as close to 30 as you can because you're allowed to. So it's like your free way to market and get your information out there. I put at the bottom here this hashtagger app. I actually just downloaded this today. Somebody else told me about it. But if you download, and I don't know if it's on a computer or not, but I found it on my phone, hashtagger, you can type in a post or a hashtag. So you might type in fitness or fit mom or whatever. You type it in, and then it gives you the 30 most relevant hashtags. And then you can actually just like check mark them, like select, 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 select. And there's a button at the bottom that hits copy. And you can go into your post and hit post or paste. So if you want to change them up, like I actually did this evening as my kids were winding down, getting ready for bed, I was like changing out. So like I have my groups of 30 hashtags in my notes, and I was going through to try to update like other hashtags that I could include in them. And I used this hashtagger app. So something that, you could easily play around with and kind of get lost in, but it's interesting because it gives you the top 30 that are trending now, relevant to your post. So you want to obviously stay current in what's trending now. And I know I'm one of those that gets stuck in a habit, and I will like find that group of 30 hashtags and I'll use them for like 6 months. And like, that's not relevant. Whatever hashtags I used 6 months ago probably aren't as relevant as they are now. Things have changed. They've been updated a little bit. So change those things up, and an app like Hashtagger allows you to do that pretty easily. And then the other thing, as far as building your followers, obviously you're going to build friendships the same way you do on Facebook. You're going to find people that you like based off your hashtags. You follow them and you hope they follow you back. It's kind of like, you send a friend request, you hope they accept it. You hit follow, you hope they follow you back. Not everybody will. Just like on Facebook today, I went through and I deleted out all of my outstanding friend requests. Like, when you send them and then they don't accept them. So I deleted out. I'll go do that on Instagram too. When I follow someone, they don't follow me back, then I usually and it's, I don't feel the need to follow them anymore. I go back and unfollow them. Like I don't want to be following a whole bunch of people. I want to be following the people who follow me back so we can establish that relationship. So you do have to monitor that the same way you would monitor friends that you're adding. It's just a little bit different. But if you are interested in going a step further and having somebody else help you with this, there is a third party called Upwork. You can use Upwork for a variety of things, but I had started using someone from Upwork to help build my followers on Instagram. And I started it forever ago. And then like I would just pause them. I think it's like $3 an hour maybe that I pay this person. I said $15 a week. And I will, like if I'm in a groove with things, I'll have him do it. And then if I feel like I'm good with where I am, I'll have him stop. And then like obviously as the UK stuff started coming out, I gave him new hashtags to use. And he doesn't comment. He doesn't like anything on my behalf. All he strictly does is follow people in hopes that they follow me back. And if they don't, he unfollows them. But it kind of took a little bit of that pressure off me because it is time consuming. So it's kind of one of those investment one way or another, either investing your time to find the people to follow or you can use something like Upwork that will enable you to outsource that so that somebody else can be doing that for you. And I will say, I went through 3 people before I found somebody I liked, but I've been using the same guy now off and on for I think almost 2 years. Like he gets what I like, and I change things. And if I tell him something, you need to change that, or you follow this type of person, stop doing that, he'll fix things. It's worked out really well for me. And I would often have times where in my business, as I was just getting started, where I'd be like, you know what, I haven't got a single message off Instagram for like a month. And I keep posting like, DM me if you're interested, in DM me. And I got nothing. And as soon as I think about like stopping Instagram and putting my efforts somewhere, I'd get a message from someone. And it'd be like, oh, I want to do what you're doing. I'm like, see, this is working. And every time I kind of got away from it, something would bring me back to it. So I haven't stopped, but I've really focused in on that the last year. And I'm telling you, your people on Instagram want to hear from you. You just have to do it the same way that you're building those relationships. And something that will make that easier are these 2 apps. One is called Grids. And that one basically gives you, it opens up Instagram on a desktop. So, when you're doing so much from your phone, like I actually really try hard to do business from my computer and not from my phone, to try to separate the 2. And with Instagram, that was really hard because so much of what you're doing is all on your phone. And there's still some things that just work easier from a phone, but these 2 apps are really helpful for me. The one that says direct message for Instagram is purely just direct messaging people. You can't do anything else through that app. But this Grids one, just like every app, there's options to like upgrade things throughout. I've kept them both basic, but the Grids one, and I can actually, at the end, I'll show you guys what that looks like, but it just opens up your Instagram on a computer. So instead of using your phone, you can actually go through and like and comment and like. So like if you're, have a list of people who you're trying to keep in contact with, who maybe they've been interested in challenge group, or you're just building that relationship, you can use Grids to go through that a lot faster. So like part of my power hour became sitting down with my Grids open on my computer and going through to like and comment things. And it's just a big time saver. I want to say Grids had a purchase price of a couple dollars. Direct message one was free. I don't exactly remember what it was. But these are the 2 apps that I like to use and that have really helped me to stay consistent on my computer as well. But like I said, they want to hear from you. So just like I send messages to people who like and comment on my Facebook page, if somebody likes a picture who I think that it's not, it wasn't just like a family member liking a picture, or a current challenger liking a picture, or a teammate liking a picture. If it's someone who either it's expressed interest in a challenge group before, or I think could be a potential challenger, potential coach, I simply tell them thank you. And that has been like you can see, the one on the left is really just a thank you for a follow. Are you into working out, looking for fitness, nutrition, motivation? It's like, that's just like, I'm surprised every time I send that, and then people be like, I am, or you're a real person. I get that all the time. Like, oh, I didn't actually expect to hear back from you. Like, I love following your stuff. Thank you. Like, just like you send your friend messages on Facebook, I started sending more and more messages. This is again where that app, the direct message on the computer, really came in handy, because I could pull up my post and just click on who's liked it and just go through and message those people. And then similar, when they like, say if this is an example of a coaching opportunity post, if they like it, I tell them thank you. And then I ask them if they're interested in learning more about it. But I was just, once I started I started initiating conversations. For the first almost 3 years of using Instagram for my business, I just posted and expected that anytime I said you could message me or comment me, that they would. Meanwhile, at the same time, while I'm doing all this stuff on Facebook, I was inviting people on that end. I just wasn't following through on Instagram. So as I started doing that, I started to get more and more people on Instagram reaching out and saying, oh, I am interested. I do that. Anytime I have a call to action post, the very next day I sit down. That's one of the first things I do in the morning. And I go through who's like this post that I haven't talked to yet, and just send them a thank you. And whether it is a simple, I was just liking it to support you. Like, okay, great, thank you. But it just is a really great way to build those relationships with people. So at this point, I think that, you've all been through Facebook. I think that's kind of where most people start with. So if you're not doing Instagram already, I encourage you to think about it. I don't recreate content on Instagram to Facebook. Sometimes I might word things a little bit different. Sometimes my filters might look a little bit different, or I might crop things a little bit differently. But what I put on Instagram is the same content as I'm putting on Facebook. I'm just going about it a different way. And it is, I feel like at this point, more and more people that I run into, they don't even have Facebook pages, or they don't even have they don't use them anymore. And I think that Instagram became kind of like the newer thing that people are using, and that goes so close to hand in hand with the app that we have. So now that we have the Challenge Tracker app, like I remember one of my coaches who started 2 years ago, she didn't have Facebook. I had to make her create a Facebook account to join Coach Basics, where now you don't even have to mess with that. Like, yes, you still need it for other things, but you can get people started straight from Instagram into the app and, kind of build that from there. And it's really, I think the bigger thing now as far as what's growing, what are people using more of, what are people spending their time. I find I myself will spend, if I have that free minute, I actually have been going to Instagram and checking out Instagram stories before I go to Facebook and scroll on Facebook. So I see what I do on my own. I'm like, well, that's what other people are doing too. That's where people are spending their time. That's where we have to invest our time to learn how to then work it like a business. So, when you're first getting started, make sure your bio, your theme, your brand, think about what you want to do. Like I said, I've changed mine several times. I've gone through, I used to do all my videos in black and white. And then I would do all my quotes in black and white. And then I just have done different things. Anytime I put text on, it was blue. Anytime I put text on, it was gold. I've gone through so many different things. I found that sticking to the same filter and cropping it the same way with the little white around the edges is just simple. It's neat, it's clean, and it works for me. So find what works for you. Find what kind of fits with your style. And I think that once you see that consistency going, then, you then get your little magazine look to your profile page. And then decide whether it's going to be investing time or investing money. It's going to take an investment to grow your account. There's a lot of people on Instagram, but if you're willing to put the time in and grow it, you absolutely can. At any given time, you can hop on Google and type in a hashtag to see what's trending, or use the hashtagger app. The stuff is out there. You just have to be willing to, stop doing the same old thing that you've been doing every day and willing to change it and try something new, and know that there's posts that I put up that totally bomb. And, I have a lot of followers, but there's times I'll get 22 likes on a picture. I'm like, come on, that was really good. But through the insights thing, I was spending some time on that earlier over the weekend. I've learned that if you guys, I don't know, I feel when I started, everyone used to say Sunday and Monday nights were the golden times to post. If you're going to post on Sunday or Monday nights. I look at my Instagram insights, my lowest time is on Sunday. I don't and what it's showing is when my followers are online. My followers on Instagram are not online Sunday night. So that whole Sunday night's got to be a big call to action post. That's not applicable to my Instagram. It might be applicable to my Facebook account. That might still work. You can look on a page, a personal Facebook page. It's kind of going to be whatever you track and see that works for you. But I was surprised when I saw that, because I've always taken, and I post a workout picture every day at 6 a.m. That's I get up at 5, I do my workout, and I put a post up at 6. 7 days a week, my lowest time of it's from, I think it's 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. is my lowest traction time on Instagram. And I'm like, then why am I putting up a post every day at 6? Yes, that's when I'm working out, but I'm it might make more sense to put an Instagram story on as I'm doing my workout. But maybe my first post on Instagram isn't until 9, because people aren't seeing it at 6 a.m. So it's that analytics and really trying to understand what's working for your account and trial and error, just like everything else. Some things that work for me, for you, it might be great to post Sunday night at 9 p.m. But just trying to understand that, and, taking the step back to really look at what's working for you, what's not working, and taking that investment to go into it. But I don't know what time you guys are usually done. But can I show you that Grids app? It's really cool. So I had it open. Can you still see my screen? Okay. So let me move this thingy. So this is what it looks like. So, you can see the profile does look a little different on the Grids app, but I don't really think that part matters so much. So you can see over here, this is the direct messages, but it just shows, your page, So I can go through, like if I'm looking, like this would be like a post I did, right before I got on the call. So I would look at this post and then I would go in to look and see who liked it.
Maegan,
and then
we can't see the grids page you're showing. I think you have to click
stop
out of your screen and then go back in.
Oh, sorry. Try again.
No, that's okay.
Okay, now can you see? We good?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So it just pulls up your Instagram on the computer. You can watch Instagram stories on here. But if you look at like any given post, so like this was a post I did earlier, you can go through and then like see who liked it and be like, oh, I don't know who this person is. You can click on their name. If you want to, you can go through and like their post. And then over here, you can send them a message. Can you guys see all that? So it just really makes it faster. So like if you're going to be sending messages, and then like I feel like if you're on your phone, you can only copy paste so much before you run out of space, where when you're typing from here, it doesn't limit you to that caption. At least I haven't noticed that. So like I can send sign up instructions, for example, in a full Instagram message, where if I'm on my phone, I'm cutting and pasting it in like 4 sections to copy it over to them on my phone. So, and then you can follow people from here, but it just really, I feel like it's just made it so much faster. Similar, you can go to like your homepage. Like I said, you got your stories up at the top, and then you got, these are like your followers. So you can go through and like things and comment on things. And I don't know, it just really made things so much, it's such a time saver. And that one, like I said, I think it was a couple bucks that you had to pay for. That's definitely a big help. But I did want to see if anyone has any questions. I'm happy to go over anything or show anything else.
Maegan, I thought this was great. Really helpful. A lot of great little tips that I didn't know either. So definitely things to make you more productive and efficient with your time on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you do Instagram stories?
I do. I think Instagram stories are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, like I started doing Instagram stories, and like I'd find like the day would go by and I didn't post on Instagram because Instagram stories was just fun, and I just kept going on Instagram. So like, but I repurpose things too. Like I might post something on my Instagram stories and I'll save an image, and I might use that image then later on something else. Or I might put something on my personal Facebook page, but then it only goes on my Instagram story because it doesn't quite fit the look of my Instagram profile.
Yeah, no, I know.
But I do. I like Instagram stories.
Yeah, Dave and I have been doing them. They are fun. They're fun. It's a little addicting.
It is. Like there's times that and because I've learned, like I've been like trying to listen to Shalene on the Instagram stories, and like, you know, you have to like start and complete a story. So it's not just like a snap of like, I grilled today. Like I was grilling because Kyle was working late. So like I did it like, here it is, I'm grilling it. This is what it looks like. Here's the finished product. Like she had stressed the importance of like starting and finishing a thought, so to speak, or a story, opposed to just throwing it up there. Like you don't want to have too many of one, but you want to make sure you have not just one. Like if you're going to talk about your workout, don't just talk about it. Like talk about it, show it, then you're done type of thing. So
yeah, the whole process. So you have some questions. Let's see. Matt Quinn asked, how often do you story versus posts?
I have been doing, so I used to be pretty consistent at like 5 posts a day. So like everyone who, you know, like 2-3 posts a day, 3 to 5 posts. I rocked 5 posts a day for like probably like the first 3 years because I was home with my kids, and like I could, like I didn't have other work restrictions. And I feel like I was actually talking about this with my husband the other day. I was like, I feel like because they were home with me, like there's always something, like there's just always something to talk about, like whether it's the mess that they're making or the food that we're cooking or the fit that they're throwing. Like I feel like I could intertwine so much of what I do with that. So I never had any problem. Like there's times I'd be like, I better hold off. Like I've posted too much. So I used to do like 5 posts a day. I really try to do like 3 now. I kind of do like my one in like a workout one in the morning. I usually do something more challenge group coaching in the evening, and then something throughout the day. But my stories, it depends. I mean, I don't know. I think I probably had like 8 to 10 maybe today. Of just like a couple from my workout. Colton and I went to Sam's Club, and then grilling out dinner. Like there was a couple with each of those. So I do more stories. But I think it's really interesting. Like I have a girlfriend who I used to work within accounting. So like, I feel like when I left accounting, it was like, you know, I left that world. She stayed in that world. So we've been kind of opposite, but she watches my Instagram story without fail every day. Mm-hmm. Which is what I love about Instagram stories is you can see the people creeping on your page, mm-hmm. or on Instagram, you can't see the people creeping on your page if they don't like it.
Right.
So like, I love, like, that gives you a way where you can see, like, hey, and like, then you can find, like, if I see someone who's on my page a lot, then I'm going to go look at their profile. And if I have a reason I can connect, maybe they saw a picture of me and I have the same shoes as them. Like, hey, I saw you saw this picture. We have on the same shoes in this picture. Like, I don't know, like, that's random. That didn't actually happen. But like, a way that I can connect with them to be able to, like, kind of be like, I know you saw my stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you saw that the other day. Like, there's a girl that I've been talking to that's in the UK, and I forget what she said. I was like, oh, we went and did family pictures on Friday. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go do my family photos. And she's like, yeah, I saw that. So it's kind of like one of those, like, people watch your stories. Like, I mean, I have like 10 times as many people watch my stories as interact on my page. So I feel like then my time, common sense is going to tell me, and then my time needs to go to my stories, because I still have to post on my page. My page is going to support everything else, but like, you don't have to like edit on your stories, and you don't have to, you just can just be. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Here's some more questions. Melanie says, awesome Kakasana, by the way. What is that?
I have no idea.
Kakasana. Melanie, you have to explain. How long do you wait to unfollow someone if they don't follow you back?
Just whenever I realize it. Like, I think, I mean, if they don't follow you back right away, chances are they probably, unless you're interacting with them, and then it depends what, I guess, your interest level is with them.
Right.
If it's someone you're really interested in, like, there's a girl right now who hasn't followed me back, but like, I'm all over her because I think she'd make a really great coach. So like, I didn't unfollow her because I just actually think she's a really awesome person. So I'm just going to keep following her stuff. So
right.
I think it just kind of depends. If you don't see any value coming from it, then just unfollow.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. How do you get your name on Insta heading to look different from the norm? What is that, the font, Lindsay?
Yes, there is an app that you can download. If you just, and I don't know what it is, I did that forever ago, but if you Google like Instagram profile fonts or something, there's an app that then went on my phone that then when I went in to do it, I could select that. But like the way my profile looks where it's spaced out, that's legit spaces. So like I type in, you know, wife and mom, and I'm spacing and then saving, looking at the profile, seeing how it looks spaced out. Because the way that profile is all based on characters.
Right.
So like, it just depends on how many characters, whether it's a space or a word. So like I type in my letters and then I space until the next word gets bumped to the next line. So like, I mean, it was like, you know, it was like an art. Like I sat one day trying to exactly get it. And then I look on like on this Grids app and it's all jacked up anyways. And then my husband has the 7, or no, he doesn't. I don't know. His phone's bigger than mine. On his phone, the rainbow after inspiring others is actually off. But it's right on mine. So I didn't fix it. He's like, this isn't right. I'm like, but it's right on mine, but his screen's bigger. So his display's bigger.
Weird.
So yeah, but the whole profile thing, it's a lot of it's based off spacing, and then just look at to see whatever that app is to download for fonts. I don't have it on my phone anymore. That's been in there forever.
Okay, cool. And this is from, I don't think this is from Stacey Louise. This might be from Allie or Shannon, but it says, are you finding that new people are seeing your stories or old? Like example.
New people. Yeah, new people for sure. And I, you know, like if you go into, so like I have like, I'll just use the UK as an example because that's one I focus more on with right now with Instagram. So I have like a group of people who I'll go into on a daily basis from like for the UK to look at, to like check their stuff. So like once, if you go like click search on your phone, it's going to come up the recent people you've searched. So like all those people come up. So like I kind of use that as mine. So like I go through all those names first, but then I look and see like then those people usually tend to go through my stories. And like, I think that's kind of like, you know, you look at their stuff, you comment, and I send anytime I can message on an Instagram story, I message. Super cute shirt. Where'd you get it? I talked to a girl today for like back and forth here. She used to be a coach. Isn't a coach anymore. Well, why the hell not? So like, you just like, I just use that as a conversation builder. But anytime I can comment on like their clothes, their shoes, where they're going, like if they're at a location that I've been before, if they're at a location that I want to be, like people in their stories, they're tagging their location. So you can use that to create a conversation. So I've been using that a lot. Like, the girls in California, I was like, oh, my sister used to live there. What are you doing there? Like, but I feel like people are putting it out there. It's like an open invitation for you to like ask them questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaksana is your crow pose with that quote, the yoga.
Oh, thanks.
All right. This is from Matt again. I think Dave answered it. I recently started to use the 30 hashtags and have watched my followers steadily increase for me, but they tend to be business or followers that I don't necessarily want. Should I change up my hashtags?
Yeah, like if you look at that last picture, like I didn't see it till I got on here, but someone commented like nice, or, you know, when they're like nice, yay, you rock type things, like that is a good indication that there was something that probably spiked the large account.
Yeah. Lindsay said you can do that in the notes section and copy and paste it into your bio. It spaces it right. Yes, that's how I did mine too on my note.
Yeah. See, I did it a really complicated way then. Mine was literally like space, save. Oh my God, it took me forever.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And you know how much work it was to decide on my 30. Yes. Well, that app, the hashtagger, definitely. I'm going to go check that out.
Yeah. So like like I know I did one earlier, and then you know how you go on Instagram, and if you let like the preview pop up, it'll tell you how many posts have that hashtag already. You know, like it will say like 1 million. There was one, I forget what I typed in, but I like all of the 30 that I didn't even do the top 30. Like I kind of scrolled down a little bit to get some that thinking they were going to be as big, but some of them still had like over 1 million and over 3 million. I'm like, well, that's not, my stuff's never going to get seen in that.
Right.
I try to use 1 million as like, unless it's a hashtag I'm using because I want that hashtag in words to show, like for purpose. If it's a hashtag for building followers, 1 million is typically what I use as like I try to keep things under 1 million.
Yeah. Okay. Can you give me the name when your focus is on 3 to 5 posts on Insta? How often, if any, are you posting on Facebook?
Most of them go to Facebook. For example, my morning workout picture goes to like Facebook, Instagram, and then my like page. If I do a video, it usually just goes Instagram and my like page, because I just noticed my videos on my like page do better if they're not on my personal page. Unless like my husband and I were working out together for a while and those videos were just way more fun. So I put those on my personal page. But I usually do the videos just to Instagram and my like page, but then I'll do like a picture if it's like me and my kids on like first day of school, like that doesn't usually go to my like page because but I do it on my Instagram because my Instagram is all about my family as well. So like that might go personal page and Instagram, but Instagram might get 1 picture, Facebook might get 7 pictures from the first day of school. So like I'll pick that one that best represents it, put it on Instagram, and then I'll put like an album on Facebook and then nothing on my like page. So I do kind of switch things around a little bit, but the general idea kind of goes usually to all of them. I really don't like, there's just those are the 2 main things. My Facebook, my workout videos typically are not on my personal, and then some kid stuff, unless it's food fitness related, that family stuff usually just goes to my personal page and Instagram.
Cool. And then how do you know if they haven't followed you?
You can see. Can you see if they're following you?
When you see it, I think if you see who, when you click on your post, but also when like if they like your post, if you click on the names that come up, it'll say
following.
In blue, follow, that they follow you, right?
Well, that's if you're following someone. I need to look at it.
Yeah, I have to look at it too. I don't know.
I can't do it without.
And then Dave said, what did you say, babe? You said that 50 to 300,000 is golden, nothing over 1 million for hashtags.
You can just go to your bio, click on followers, and see.
So you can see in your followers, you can type in their name and see who's following you. And then if they don't show up, you would know that they're not following you.
You can go there and type in who?
So like if I go to followers at the very top, I can type in a name.
In your bio.
So.
Oh, in your bio. Yeah. So. Okay.
Yeah, you can just search someone's name.
Okay.
But you can also get a notification. So it depends, like you get a notification so-and-so is following you. Obviously, then you follow them and you can unfollow them. You don't get a notification when people unfollow them. And there's other apps that you can use. And I will get you the name of it because I used it. Alyssa Showmaker had done a call for us. And there's an app or there's a website that can link to your Facebook page. And it will show you by location where your followers are.
Oh.
So again, it's a website, and it was up on my computer. I'm really bad at saving things. I just keep a whole bunch of windows open, and then it froze, and I lost it. I'll find the name of it. I'll shoot it over to you, Kristen. But
okay.
Yeah, so it was like one of those. It's like grids. Like you log into grids with your Instagram login. You logged into this website, and it connected to your Instagram. It does all sorts of insights. But one of the things you can do is actually you filter your followers by location. So I was able to find who are the followers who are located in London or the UK.
Gotcha. All right. I like that. All right. Any questions, guys? I think that was it. Babe, do you have anything?
Nope.
All right. I think we kept you long enough, Maegan.
Thanks, Maegan.
I don't hear the kids anymore, so
is your husband with them?
Yeah, he's so my office is in the living room, but I can hear them, they come out of their room. I need a drink of water. I gotta go potty. I can't find my lobby. It's every night. It's just kind of like a funny game.
It's a circus.
It's just, yeah. But I could hear them coming down. But
that's so funny. All right.
We usually tag team it. So
yeah. I hear you. Oh, everybody's saying thank you.
You are welcome.
Thanks, Maegan.
Yeah, we love you, Maegan.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking me. It was good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, honey. And we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, team.